What's going on? So I haven't done a video like this, but I haven't done an honest review about. I don't think I've done an honest review about 2K26. Usually this time of year. Excuse me. I haven't done normally I would have done an honest review about every other 2K by now. But this year it's a little bit different because of the how they did things a little bit different this year, right, with the game. First of all, I like this city size, right? You got your events in it just exclusively in one section. Obviously you got open athletics, you got the Gatorade Center, auto shooting, and the track all in its own little area. Then you got the stores, excuse me, and just scattered around. Pretty much everything has its own little, section, which I love, right? You got the My Court with a little kiosk, right? You can actually see the city on this side. But, I wanted to come in here so that way I can actually speak. But like I said, I like this year's city. This is the best city that we've gotten. 23s was big. 24s was a little bit smaller, but still big. Last year in 25, it was still big enough, but it was still small. This is the smallest city that we've ever gotten that I remember. Right? From what I've, been a part of since 2K23. And, gameplay, let's talk about the city size. I'll give that a 9. Well, honestly, 9.9. I still wish we don't have a city, but I doubt 2K will ever change, go away from the city, just because, it still helps them out. But, yeah, it's this year's city is the best city ever. Now let's talk about, like I said, let's talk about gameplay for a second, right? The pure green window, right? I love how we just have a better green window from, how, I still think that there's, obviously the rhythm doesn't pop up nobody really talks about this, but I think, right, there's a moving green window. Y'all might call me crazy. I don't care. But, let me go on my day one build to explain this, right? If y'all missed that video for my day one, this is what it looks like, right? Pretty much that dunk meter, right? You see how it has the full green window, right? This is where I say that there's some kind of moving green window. Even though the green window can be pure, that green window moves. I don't know if there's RNG in the meter for dunking, the dynamic dunk meter, but overall I love shooting how it is this year, just based off you can green without a sin about 70 to 80%. Not all the time. I would say no more than 75%, because once you get to that 80% mark, I start to feel like it's on one territory of does he do legit or does he have a sin? 90%, that's when you really start questioning it. 90 to 100%. Shooting, I give it a 9. No, hold on. 8. 8.1. Because for people like me, right, I don't cheat. But there is a way that you could not have a delay in shooting, which is if you go to your controller settings, right, and go down to advanced settings, and then turn off Bluetooth, and you just play with the controller charger, just normally, then you'd be fine. Only reason why I say it's an 8.1 is because of the sins and the titans. Okay, let's talk about cap breakers. I love the cap breakers in this year's game. Obviously, they were introduced last year. I loved them, but you had to save all the cap breakers, and you had to, and they didn't start introducing them into seasons until season 2, and you had to do +1. But now this year, you can just do, for example, excuse me, my steel, right, +3, +3, +3, +2, +2, or block +14, +11, +6. Like, it doesn't go +1, +1, +1, +1. You get the drill. Like, my perimeter, 5 cap breakers will take it to a 90. Versus my steel, I could just do 4 to get the 91. I kind of like that change just because you can save attributes in the builder. Let me give you an example on my CP3 build. Right, this is the best example. Right, so you go to strength. Right, I did get CP3 strength. I went from a 70 strength to an 85 strength with 3 cap breakers. It went from 70 to 76, 76 to an 81, and an 81 to an 85 strength. Now, my agility, if I wanted to, I could be +2, 85 agility, and then +1. 86, 87, 88, 89 agility with a 90 speed, if I wanted to. The build system is, with cap breakers, 10 out of 10. Right? Build system. Right? The builder. Y'all know this channel as a as the builder guy over the past couple of years. It's pretty much almost the same concept from 2K25. But on a little bit of steroids. I would say this year's builder is better than last year's builder, and it's better than 24's. It's just not as good. It's equally the same as 23, right? I'm only talking about the PS5 and the Xbox X and S version. Some people still call it next gen. This is current gen. The PS4 and Xbox One version is old gen. I didn't play 21 and 22's next current, whatever you want to call this gen version. I only played 23, 24, 25, 26. Ow, I popped my neck. I would say this builder is at a 7 at the moment. They're on the right path. If they can figure out a way to mix 23, the 21 and 20 to this year's builders into one, it'd be at 10 out of 10. So gameplay's at a 8. Shooting's at a 8.1. Cap breaker's at a 10 out of 10. Builder at a 7. The event that I played, which is only the double level wreck, dime time. I would say the events that they have released, I wish I could show you all of them. I would say 10 out of 10. Well, no, 7.5. Excuse me. The rep this, I would say it's a same as the offense, 7, maybe 7.5. It's the same as last year, pretty much. I haven't played Proving Grounds like that. Season rewards outside of the Cat Breaker and the Max Plus 2s and all that is the same. The build specialization, I love it. Even though it's a tedious grind, I love it. I've been kind of outside of the rewards, grinding for rewards. I love it because it gives you exclusive rewards, and you get a Max Plus 1 and a Max Plus 2 for each category that you do. But my problem with this is that with shooting, defense, with finishing, shooting, defense, playmaking, and finishing, shooting, defense, and playmaking, right? If I've, like, on my day one, right, I did shooting, I should automatically use shooting the Max Plus 1s and 2s on every other build. Regardless if I pick another specialization or not. Because, right, the Cat Breakers are different. Like the shooting Cat Breakers, that's different. But the Badge Puck Max Plus 1 and the Badge Puck Max Plus 2, I've made a lot of threes. I'm not saying all these rewards should be on every build. I'm just asking for them. This is just me. The Max Plus 1s should be permanent on every single build. Right? Besides, I have to pretty much every build should automatically, you should unlock them for all, regardless if you use that same build specialization or not. So that's a 10. Well, not 8.5. If they do that for 27, that's a 10 out of 10. But I doubt they will. Overall, this game's about outside of bump steals being kind of fluky, on-ball steals being non-existent, and sins, and all that. This game's 8 out of 10 overall in my eyes. Which I understand they can't really do nothing with sins. I get it, because that's a console thing. But they should at least have a kind of like a detect system. I don't know if if they can. They probably can. Kind of like what COD does. Put it in the bottom left. you cannot enter this part of the game or that part of the game because your teammate and your squad has a sin. I don't know if they would do that. That's more of a wish list kind of video, which I might do sometime soon. Because I bet they're already working on 27 since the game had a 7-day early access time period. So I don't know if they're working on the game or not. They probably are. They probably getting the ball rolling, but yeah, that's my honest review. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.